One of the most important things you can do for your health is quit smoking.
So what's the best way to knock out the nicotine? Well, we're putting two methods head to head.
To find out, meet two twins who've smoked 10 a day since they were teenagers.
Yeah, first? You can go. You always go first. My name's Gareth, and I'm 23 years old, 24 in a month. I'm Mason. I'm 23, 24 in a month.
Are you?
I'm 20.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 20 minutes older than him as well.
First for Gareth and Mason is a full systems health check, including blood pressure, heart health, and for this experiment, an assessment of their lung condition. The data is not encouraging. By smoking every day for 6 years, both Gareth and Mason have the lungs of someone almost twice their age. We've got to get the twins to commit to quitting, as smoking currently tops the UK list of preventable deaths, above obesity, alcohol, and even drug addiction.
Hi, Mason.
Hello.
Hi, Gareth.
Hello.
You guys all right? We are going to change your lives more than any other pair of twins that we've yet met. You are going to put two different smoking quitting regimens head to head. So, Mason, you are going to be doing cognitive behavioural therapy, which is quite a well-evidenced psychological technique used for lots of different things.
And Gareth, more controversially, you are going to be trying acupuncture.
Acupuncture. Where are they going to put the needles?
In your body, somewhere.
Somewhere.
So it's CBT versus acupuncture, two radically different yet frequently used techniques to kick a habit. My twin Mason will be spending a month undertaking a course of cognitive behavioural therapy. CBT can help manage a wide range of problems, including smoking, by changing the way you think and behave.
Meanwhile, Gareth in grey will take part in multiple acupuncture sessions each week for the full month. Acupuncture can supposedly help quitting by stimulating the body to release endorphins.
But in just a month, which regime will triumph when it comes to kicking the habit?
Before we find out, we first need to give our twins some extra motivation. There's masses of data that shows that the most important thing about quitting a habit like smoking is that you have to want to. You have to be motivated. Now, because our twins are young, all the risks of smoking seem miles away from them. So, we reckon we need to up their motivation a little bit with some carrot and stick.
And it's me who's bringing the stick, to give the brothers a glimpse of what their future might look like if they continue smoking for the next 40 years.
So this is an ageing suit.
Okay.
Okay, so it's added weight to you, it's stiffened your joints, but we've also restricted your breathing by blocking your nose.
I get out of breath, so I can hear that.
Are you out of breath?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. What smoking is doing is going to be a lot worse than this, but it's going to take you to a point where this would be your everyday reality.
Flippin' heck.
This suit mimics the effects of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, a condition common with long-term smokers. It's a disease that restricts breathing so much that you get out of breath by just walking.
Do you think it's possible for someone of your age to actually believe that that's how you will end up?
Now, doing it, yeah. 100%. Whew, that was hard.
Once both Gareth and Mason have experienced the drawbacks of continuing to smoke, I'm going to show them an upside to quitting.
Ooh. Oh, my days.
That is 50 grand. You'll have saved that minimum by the time you're 50, and that's each. That's 100 grand between you.
No, that is a lot of money, and I'm just spending this on cigarettes. Burning it. Burning it, yeah.
You are literally setting fire to that money.
Whoa, is that how much money I can actually save? And when you're holding it as well. When you're holding it, like, doing one thing to stop smoking could potentially get a roof over your head.
By using motivational techniques, we're boosting the twins' willpower, their ability to resist short-term gain for a long-term benefit, which scientists agree is the key to success when it comes to kicking a habit.
It's worth saying these kind of shocks can work on other bad habits and addictions, booze, gambling, overeating. But the two regimes we put them on do not stand a chance unless they really want to quit.
Oh, that one, yeah.
It's going to be challenging, but which of our two habit-breaking regimes will be the most effective? First up, it's Mason, who's starting cognitive behavioural therapy with therapist Jim Lucas.
So tell me what you like about about smoking?
It just relaxes you. And mostly, like, especially like in social situations, so if you're out with your friends.
CBT is a technique pioneered by American psychiatrist Dr. Aaron Beck in the 60s to help patients understand what he called automatic thoughts.
So here, this is like, just have a cigarette. When we say I'm having the thought, just have a cigarette, it puts a bit of more space in between you and your mind.
In Mason's case, these automatic thoughts fueled his desire to smoke.
It creates that even.
By understanding those thoughts, we can build a toolkit, in this case for Mason, that will allow him to change his behaviour and approach a life without cigarettes.
It doesn't get rid of the urge, but it helps you notice that you've had an urge. Because until you've noticed it, you have very little chance of resisting it.
CBT can help replace negative thoughts and patterns of behaviour with practical, positive solutions for change. But can Mason make the switch to becoming a non-smoker in just 1 month?
Meanwhile, Gareth is starting his acupuncture regime, a popular yet controversial technique with registered practitioner Caroline Simon.
What I'm going to try with you today is something called the NADA protocol. So I'm going to use 5 needles in each ear.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to get you to sit and relax for 20 minutes with those needles in. It's to help relieve sometimes the stress that's associated with an addiction. OK, so I'm going to put the first one in now.
Yeah.
So if you breathe in and breathe out. OK?
Okay.
It's worth saying that there is still plenty of controversy in the medical community about how and why acupuncture might work.
And down. OK?
That's not too bad.
Some say it regulates the release of the hormone dopamine, which could control cravings for things like cigarettes, bad food, drugs, and alcohol.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That one.
That one got me.
Smokers generally feel that one.
But others say it has no proven benefits at all. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really relaxed, really chilled.
How should he be feeling?
That he's so relaxed that he doesn't even want to
Yeah, no,
think,
but I-
that he's not even thinking about smoking.
Despite the controversy, acupuncture does work for some people. But will a month-long course be better than CBT? Our twins leave to continue their regimes back at home, where after 2 weeks, there are encouraging signs. Because both twins have cut down from their usual 10 a day, and acupuncture tester Gareth has gone 3 days cigarette-free,
So take a breath in.
suggesting that his regime is working.
I think the easiest part has been straight after the acupuncture session. So a few hours after that, literally, I don't even want to smoke, I don't want to drink, anything like that.
But it's less positive news for Mason, who's struggling with his CBT.
I mean, with other people, it might work. With me, I don't think it is, because I'm quite stubborn. I don't really like people telling me what to do. It goes through one ear and straight out the other.
It's not only the CBT that's proving a challenge, because the twins' lifestyle is hardly helping.
Shot of tequila, please. And 1 shot of Sambuca, that's okay.
Multiple studies have shown that alcohol affects the brain's ability to self-regulate, resulting in a decrease in willpower.
In fact, alcohol consumption is one of the biggest reasons people fail to quit smoking. And for our twins, it's putting their regimes at real risk.
With just 2 weeks until they return to the Twinstitute, can they get back on track and commit to quit?
In acupuncture versus CBT, our smoking twins have spent a month trying to quit the habit.
But which regime has won out? To find an answer, both Gareth and Mason undergo a breath test and a urine test to prove whether they've smoked or not.
Hello.
Welcome back.
So nice to see you both.
Very good to see you. So you guys had the hardest thing that we asked any twins in the Twinstitute to do. You had to give up a chemical addiction. We've got the results, and the best method for quitting smoking for you is neither. So the urine test, that says in the last 3 days. The breath test says in the last 24 hours. You both had a cigarette.
Yeah.
But Gareth, you managed to go 5 days without
I managed to not smoke at all the whole 5 days.
Smoking is not a binary thing. It's way better to smoke 6 cigarettes than it is to smoke 10 or 20 or 50. So every cigarette you don't smoke is beneficial.
So while neither gave up, both enjoyed some success.
Acupuncture helped reduce Gareth's habit by half, possibly because he believed that the treatment would work.
Meanwhile, for CBT, which has lots of evidence supporting its effectiveness, it wasn't enough to see Mason make much progress. But we're not letting these two get away so easily.
We really want you to quit. If you can make yourself a non-smoker, except when you're out socialising, having a drink, then you can attack that bit. You haven't let us down, you have done brilliantly, and you have more work to do, but it's a massive challenge.
With me, my whole mindset's changed about
Yeah, but
smoking.
mine has as well. It might be just a whole process, seeing like what it can do to your
Yeah,
body, and like
definitely.
knowing our lung ages as well. I thought my lungs were okay.
Yeah.
In a year's time, I'll probably be smoke-free.
Yeah.
So, with the Twinstitute testing over for now, what have we learned this time?
If you want to quit smoking, keep on trying.
Soap and water is the best way to clean your hands.
And if you want to stay focused, try classical music.
Don't quit quitting. Soap, Mozart.
Or Vivaldi.